Gospel singer Eunice Njeri took to the interwebs to inform nosy Kenyans about her marriage, which apparently was annulled as soon as it took place. The songbird was supposed to have tied the knot to rapper Isaac Bukasa, or Izo, in a private wedding in November last year in Texas in the US. But the marriage technically ended before it even started. In that post, Eunice Njeri says, on the 27th of November 2016, Isaac and I did go to the altar to get married. But at the end of that day, I realized one thing. I couldn't do it. My heart was somewhere else. Probably in Africa doing what I do best. I'm still trying to figure that out. But, and it gets more interesting, Izo's sister, Liz Bukasa, on Facebook, today contradicted Eunice Njeri's claims that no documents were signed. She posted that video you're looking at right now. Listen in. So we obviously see there is some signing of documents, despite what Eunice Njeri said. Shiro.
You see, this is what I'm saying, and this is what I thought about the deputy president, and I'm going to say about, I don't know why people feel the need to explain themselves to the public. You know what I mean? Like,
right?
Yeah. Like, you don't have to tell us on social media what happened.
Right.
You know, she could just, like, people were probably asking her questions, but it doesn't follow that people's questions deserve an answer. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Like, it's none of your business. Now, she's put herself in this situation, and then now someone has come forward to make her look like a liar.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
she needs to write that essay telling us what happened between her and her husband. It's none of our business, bruh. Like, it's none of our business. But when you put yourself in this situation, and you start explaining yourself, oh, kulienda, oh, kulifanya, oh, this is what happened. That's when one comes forward and makes you look like a damn fool. No, bruh, just don't say anything. Don't explain yourself to anyone. Say nothing.
Okay,
You know what, Larry?
Cindy, yes.
80% of our communication is nonverbal. If you see how Eunice Njeri and Izo look in that video, they don't look happy. So probably they were domes before, I'm just thinking.
Right.
Based on what I've seen. Probably they were domes before, or maybe there's a bigger picture that we don't need, you know, we don't know. And I agree with Shiro, it's really none of our business. Now everybody is going to be inboxing her.
Right.
And now every time she's coming up on stage to perform what she knows best and what she does best, she's gonna be labeled the chick who dumped the groom at the altar.
Right.
I feel sorry for her. I don't know what happened. I mean, prayers for both of them. But I agree with Shiro, it's none of our business.
Butita.
Alifanya tu kwa kujiexpress juu hakuna haja wangekaa ati mwezi moja miezi mbili tena waachane, ingekuwa ni marriage nyingine ili fail. So kama aliona haita work ilikuwa ni poa. You know, hata Akodhe alifanyanga kitu kaa hiyo.
How did we get to Akodhe?
Yeah, for example.
Si pia alikuwa na harusi.
For example.
Aka cancel a day to the wedding.
Beyonce of Kenya.
Juu ya Luo Festival. Ngoja.
Larry, you don't know that tea.
Nyamazeni wasichana. Tulieni. Naongea. Akodhe alicancel juu ya Luo Festival. Eunice Njeri yeye alicancel juu alifeel hati yake ilikuwa maliza ingine. So inacceptika. Ni ile story ya to cancel this transaction, press 1. Sasa alipress. Hizi vitu zinaeleweka by the way. Mimi nasema hata wedding ipatiwange grace period. Wedding ikisha leo, unapatiwa grace period ya 5 days. Kusema kama uko serious. Watu wengi utamani kukataa.
That's a good idea. You know what?
Usually,
that's a great idea. You know, like how in church, like you get married in church, for example, you send like in Catholic church, I think you'll send the certificate for church, and you sign the one for Gava. So sign the one for Gava after a week.
So you can test the waters and see if you know.
Test the waters, like so that you know, because this guy, especially if you've done it right, you've not been e-buying for the last 5 years before you came to the altar. You come to the altar with 3 children. So this guy, you want to see if you can stand the way he barks and farts in the middle of the night.
Unajua.
If he snores and wakes up the dogs in the neighborhood, they all start barking. So you have to, you know, is this someone I can live with, or do I want to kill him in his sleep? As soon as you've told yourself, okay, he can live, then you sign the document.
Okay.
But that is really dangerous though.
What is
that
dangerous?
is really dangerous because there are a couple of guys who will just take you to the altar for those 5 days and then they'll divorce you so they can take another girl to the altar for 5 days.
Hey, they'll be married many times that year.
Whether arudisha zawadi za harusi.
Oh.
Hapana zawadi unaeka.
Hawezi rudisha Instagram congratulations Butita.
Hapana.
But
Once I've congratulated you,
in a way, how. But we wish them best of luck. I wish them best of luck.
Ningesema ni video shoot.
Oh.
Na nitoe wimbo ishe
So
hivyo.
wimbo inatoka.
Yeye ni strong. Kama ameweza sema hivyo.
No, you know what? Many women have actually, and not even many women, many people, because even guys, I know of many guys who like had the coldest feet before their wedding, but you don't want to disappoint people. Or sijui dowry has started being paid, or you've already paid suppliers. So you just enter a contract of marriage with someone who you're not really feeling, and then you end up making each other miserable forever.
Shiro, can I just add to that point?
Yeah.
Do you feel that people are now being rushed a bit too fast to get married?
I feel that way, yeah.
And I don't want to make it sound like it's this versus that, but a lot of Christians are pushed into, purity before you get married. So you meet this guy, your hormones are all over the place, and you're like, okay, we have a threshold. Let's get this done within 6 months. Then after 6 months, you're like, hiya!
Who is
Kumbe,
this?
big things come in small packages.
Oh.
Guy.
And on that bombshell, we're going to take a quick break right now on the Trending Talkers hashtag TTTT. Look at the comments. We're going to be right back. All right, I'm looking through your tweets. Elvis Simon, Butita needs to go to tea sipping training school. Vile anasip hiyo tea ni ka concoction ya baba ya Loliondo.
I'm sorry, he didn't mean to.
Okay, Butita, try again. Ebu sip your tea so we can all watch properly.
Sip your tea.
chai.
Sit
It's like you've installed a vacuum in your mouth.
Wase wanaingilia macho yangu la.
Quest actually nilikuwa naona kuuliza Oriko, Butita nini mbaya na macho na huna bibi wa kukupiga?
Sasa iko hivi. Ngoja, sasa
Sema.
kuna kakitu kanafuranga hapa ndani. Niliambiwa
Astai.
kanaitwa mbatata.
Astai.
Sasa nikauliza imetoka wapi, nikaambiwa nilinyima umbwa ugali.
Pia sisi tuamini hiyo kitu
So nimekuwa nauliza tuliandikishana wapi na umbwa tukue tunakula ugali same yani. Mimi ugali yangu imehusikaje? Azini tu ni ugonjwa, wacha wanataka kuniambia hapa story ya umbwa.
Okay.
So niliamka hivyo.
Haya.
But I hope nitapona, ndakuwa poa wase. Niombeeni. Put me in prayers.
Collins
Mpesa number.
Wewe. Collins Munyendo has sent us a live picture. Vile Ruto na watch the trend leo.
What? Lakini, but this one has said that we are there sipping loudly and our cups are empty. Can we prove that?
Wow.
There's tea in my cup.
There's tea in my
so
cup.
much tea. Okay, I'll spill it.
Can I show? I don't know. What is my camera? Oh, that's.
Yeah.
Yes, there's actual
That's
tea
a
for
cream.
real. Yes, you can go for it.
There,
I can't imagine I have to do this on
mine is
national
halfway,
TV
but there
to
it is.
prove. Yeah, you see? Kuna
Harry,
chai
don't
for
you
real.
feel like Barack Obama?
I don't
With the whole birth certificate thing.
Yes.
We have to prove we're drinking tea.
Yes, apparently. Sad.
Release your tax returns.
Sad. My tea
Sad.
was the best tea.
Best
It's
tea
true.
ever.
It's
The
true.
best tea.
Everybody agrees.
Huge.
It was a home
Huge.
run. This cup is huge. So, what is that Matzarongai, they're way better than the first class coaches of the long-awaited SGR trains.
Lakini, oi.
If you don't believe me, NTV's coast reporter Peter Mongagi was among the first Kenyans to get the new feel of the transport machines. This is what he thinks when asked about the look and feel of the trains.
Like I said earlier, they're not like what we are used to. We saw like in the first class coach.
What?
Aki
Talk about
tries
lots
to
of
be
words.
nice.
He's just like, you can see the words he's rearranging in his
As
head.
in, his
Like,
mother,
no,
his
that's not a
mother
good
told
word.
him,
No.
if you can't say anything nice, don't
Don't
say
say nothing.
anything.
Thank you.
He
was trying to
Did you see the video
Mina ngoja
doing the
kuzipanda.
rounds? Did you guys see the video doing the rounds on social media where apparently the kitty can turn so that you can
I
talk
saw
to
it.
friends?
This is true. Let me show you this because we've got the actual video.
Yeah.
Mercifully, there's a panic room in there. Show more of this video, guys. I want to talk you right through it. The biggest feature of the trains appears to be the fact that you can turn it around. So you can take, if you're sitting in first class, that's first class. That is first class. You can turn that 360 degrees to face the other side, as long as you're happy to knock the knee of the guy who's sitting behind
Yeah,
you.
where do your knees go? Ama we sit interlocked like jigsaw puzzles.
Like
Are we
those
supposed
old
to sit?
matatus. Do you remember those old matatus?
Yes, face me.
The ones that used to
Face
be
me,
called
face
You Look
you.
Familiar.
Yes.
Look familiar.
Because after sitting opposite someone for a while,
Like, where have we met?
familiar.
Job lini?
But then me, I'm
Zinaanza kazi
wondering,
lini?
Yeah.
I'm wondering if that is first
1st
class.
June, starting 1st June, yes.
If that is
Yeah,
first
itabidi
class,
nipande nione
what
vile
are guys
inakaa.
in third class sitting on those three-legged traditional stools?
Yeah.
What is
Benches.
happening?
Wanakalia nini?
What are you
Zina-
sitting on in third class then? Because me, no wonder there's a panic button in first class. Me, I'll get flashbacks of the time I was thrown around in a city hopper because it's the same.
It is the same.
There, you see, that's the feature. That's the one that is the big deal.
Lakini magoti yaenda wapi?
Sasa magoti itabidi umejisort.
Kujisort.
Mi nangoja zianze niende ni test.
1st June, brother.
Juu kuna wasa wana complain. Nao ndo wanakuwaga watu wa mafollow train hapa Twitter. Sasa
Lakini si mimi nimesema ni butita.
We see you.
so watu wa follow train. SGR is better.
Hey, we have hiyo. Hiyo ni
But
masamuno.
Larry, there's this professor, his videos is did the rounds on WhatsApp.
Yes.
He was on AM Live.
Herman Manyora, yes.
Herman Manyora. Can I just quote and say,
Yes.
this thing stinks.
Yeah.
600 billion for this crap. It stinks. I don't
High
care
heaven.
what people
Why?
say.
Why?
Oh, I don't know, development. It stinks.
To high
600 billion, honestly, we deserve better. Ethiopia, of all countries, has a better SGR.
That they got
Tanzania is
for a
getting one
fraction
for
of the
half our
price.
price.
Yeah.
What the hell? It stinks crazy.
I put
And
up this
yeah,
video.
it's
I put
sad.
up this video and I wanted to show you guys. This was a video, we took this in Switzerland. This is 2nd class, by the way, in a train in Switzerland.
Look
and
at
you see
that.
how much leg room we have, and that's, I think, one of the
Second
important
class.
things. This is
Look
2nd class.
at that.
This is not 1st class, because I'm not rich enough to afford 1st class yet. But
You
you,
know-
you can compare the difference between what 2nd class in the West looks like and what we're being sold as 1st
As
class.
first class,
I mean-
for
Yes.
600
You're in second
billion.
class.
I mean, surely.
So
are we
that's
supposed
the
to be-
comparison. On the right, that's Switzerland. On the left, that's Kenya.
Rongai Mwisho.
Guys, isn't
Oi,
a
hebu
modern
nice.
coast? But a modern coast is so much better than that. Now, there's either it's a modern coast that are nice and not
Right.
first class.
Hizo ni
They're
zile
not
vitu
first
za
class.
Embasava.
Woi.
No, for
Woi.
600
That's a
billion.
city
Woi.
hopper.
Ridiculous.
That's
Okay.
a city hopper.
All right, on that bombshell, let's move it right along, shall we?
Makodofia.
Makodofia fio fio.
Umetubeba.
Igehota.
Okay, guys, we talked about Anne and Wilson Mutura from Kasarani last week. They wed on a budget of a grand old 100 shillings. Since then, they've had several offers coming their way from well-wishers, including a chance to wed again, and the local tour company, Bonfire Adventures, gave them a week-long honeymoon at a 5-star hotel in Mombasa, which is quite nice.
Yeah.
Now, we wait for 50 bob or less weddings from Kenyans hoping to get the same. Copycats, they're going to start right now.
Wait.
Ni kama ule wafula wa kunini kwa ndege.
Larry,
Eh,
na leo msinileme.
yeah, go for it.
So far so good.
Uh-huh.
Hey, it was intentional. You were handled. Niko na comeback.
Okay,
You
Cindy.
can go back.
Cindy.
Nimesema tu so far so good. It's a statement. It's not a joke. It is a statement.
Then perhaps make your statement when you get home.
Yes.
So good.
Oh!
We've had your dry joke. We're moving
We
on.
had it. Repeat it alone in your house.
Please,
Right?
Hizi ndio zangu za song
Usijaibishe.
nimezikata kabisa.
Shuka na train ya SGR Butita hiyo
You
ndio.
like
Wacha basi. Nikiendelea hivyo ndenda MIA.
You're like those
Kubali
teachers.
yaishe.
You're like those teachers who used to tell a joke and then they're like, hey, you get the joke, eh? What I said.
Shiru.
No.
Kubali yaishe.
Niko na kangine.
Aya, try take two. Yes.
Haya.
Take two.
Mkiendelea hivyo
Eh.
ndenda MIA.
Oh God. Mia,
Hiyo
we
nayo
see what you're
imeshika.
doing. Yes.
Hiyo mmeshika.
Wow.
Kiss your
All right,
body.
back to the couple.
Okay, I'm going to move right along, by the
Let's
way.
move it along. But let me say something about the couple, please, Larry.
Yeah.
I feel it's becoming a publicity stunt.
Oi.
It's beautiful that they got married for 100 bob. I'm sure there are tons of people who did it. It just happened to get press attention. But now I feel all these people piggybacking, and now next you'll see someone will want to buy them golden shoes. Next they'll get insurance.
Yeah.
It reminds me of the story of that lady. You remember the domestic violence case?
Yes.
When the husband chopped off her hands and everybody was there, politicians were there. Where is she now? She's not in the news. Nobody cares.
Yeah.
So I feel like for the couple, guys are piggybacking for the publicity, and I'm like, it's no big deal. Guys have gotten married for a lot less, if nothing.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough. So
I
I
get
bet
that.
that in your travels around the world, around the country, mostly in Kenya actually, you've seen these traders. They sell foodstuffs on the roadsides, Kenya potatoes, onions, carrot, and stuff like that. So it turns out some of these traders are out to reap what they have not sown by such dirty tricks. Watch.
Nini imefanyika hapa? Mimi nataka lete yako wewe. Lete yako mimi nichukue yako. Lete yako msichana nichukue yake.
Hebu magi. No, endelea. Ngoja.
Ukifika humu unapata uko na hewa. Haya.
Consumer alert. Can I just tell guys something else? To be on the lookout. These guys who sell bananas on the roadside, you quickly grab them, touch the bananas at the bottom. They're squishy.
Aya.
So you know you're buying it in traffic, you touch a few bananas at the top, you're like, okay, this is good. The ones at the bottom are squishy. Scam number 2, grapes. If you're buying grapes, open them and lift them all. Trust me, half of them are rotten.
I never buy grapes in traffic ever.
You know,
it's
it's
city
just,
market. Buy your fruits
just
from city market.
a con scheme everywhere. You just have to be a serious buyer. You know, wear your big lady pants, wear your gumboots, and go to Marikiti on Saturday morning.
Yeah. And then you know the
Story
thing is, then let me tell you why this story personally hurts my feelings.
Yes.
You know, there are 2 things where we can kosana for good.
And these are close to your heart, I know.
Close to my heart. Number 1, utukane mama yangu ama baba yangu.
Number 2.
Number 2, unikono waru. Waru.
Na minji.
Mimi kama Wajiro wa Murioki. Unaniuzi guy. Where are my potatoes?
How will you take na Njeri?
She had. You know, she was very calm. That one was very calm when she found me. By then they'd be most potato violence by the side of the road. Play with me. Why?
It is an old fad.
What will I make stew with?
What will you make your skuma with?
Yes. What will I make my ugali with?
What will you make your chapos with?
Why? Alafu umenikon viazi, alafu nifike home hakuna maji.
I know.
Nitaka nini? Nitatoka wapi? Kwisha mimi. This is very, it's outrageous.
Butita.
Mimi unajua hiyo ni kitu nimewaipitia. Sinunuage na vitu kwa njia.
Kwa nini?
Tangu ninunue miwa nikajipata na bakora kwa nyumba.
Akia nyani? Yeah.
Baka ilibidi ni buy jembe ndiye nisemage hiki tu ilinisaidia. Niweke hapo. Ipo siku hizi lari. Unagongwa vibaya. In fact kama uko na gari yako sawa, audition nyanya ama waru moja moja. Sawa, lakini unajua wengine wanakuja msana travel. Sasa msana travel na basi. Basi imesimama mahali 2 minutes.
Mnapelekwa chap chap sana.
Sasa wewe unangoja change ama uangalie waru. Ndio unajipata uko na vitu zingine hata ziwezi kwa nyumba. By the way, kama hauna time, achana na hizo vitu man.
Yeah, don't buy things. Go to the market.
Go to the market like everybody else. Have you guys seen this WhatsApp picture of somebody who brought a flat screen? Kumbe ilikuwa mbao.
I know, yes, nimeona hiyo.
It was wrapped in a black juala.
Hiyo ilinihat.
Noma. Wanaweza kutoboa mayai.
Wanaweza kutoboa mayai.
Wanaweza kutoboa mayai. Uziwesheni na mchanga ndani wewe unacheza wewe.
Cheza na Kenya. By the way, that is the truth.
All right, so according to S&L Security Farm, a mid-grade of D+ under Education CS Fred Matiang'i is equal to a C or even a C+ from previous years. This theory has been pushed by a job ad that went viral from the classified section this week. It invited people interested in work as a security guard with the company for an interview on Wednesday, but that specific requirement just told the show. D+ Matiang'i's. Yani, ni muhimu hivyo. Shiro.
Me, first, may have to just shout out to Kingori because these captions, bana, they're the truth. Fred D+ Matiang'i, I'm very happy. But for real though, if some exams were remarked, because I remember during the Kaimenyi era, when you're seeing at one school has like 93 A's, back you're starting to ask yourself, as when we did KCSE, were we stupid?
Yeah.
Tulikuanga wajinga. Yani style gani, we were so stupid. Because me, when we cleared, and I was in Canada and I cleared one number 3 in the country and we had 2 A's. 2. Ishi. Ishi. But then there's a school that is number 8 in the country and they have 97 A's surely.
Yeah.
So yes, I agree. Matiang'i D+ might even be an A.
Shiro, Cindy.
Well, you know, the previous lot before Matiang'i has given us the crop of leaders that we have now. Enough said.
Oh.
Enough said as I sip my tea.
Oh. Butita.
Mimi kitu naweza sema na hata naona wase wana complain hapa. Ime happen kwa hizi vitu sijui mbona watu wanazigawanisha. Hata ukiambia msee ulipata A, anakuuliza ya Matiang'i ama ile nyingine. So unajua the fact that wase walifanya KCSE hizo miaka zilipita. Si wote walikuwa na hizo era. So tusijaribu kuifanya ni kama pia wakaya wako somanga, unaona?
No, but
tunajua kuna wenye walicheat. But tutafanyaje tu accommodate pia wengine. Juu yenyewe nimegundua Matiang'i ni powerful hata kushinda bia kitambo. Yaani imekuwa powerful sana. Imefika mali za Matiang'i utakonekewa bendera kwa gari. Ni powerful sana. Ni
But seriously, how can half the country get A's?
Okay, all right.
Rais wanaopita ni watu
and have an SGR that looks like that. How?
Let's leave it there for the moment. We're going to come back to finish the last part of the trending talkers #TTTT. A reality check right now from Hadassah, Shiro. Many are making fun of Ruto, yet 90% of guys are deadbeat dads.
True that.
Not that page was pulled down on Facebook.
Peweni
A lot of them
hiyo.
are being exposed heavy.
Yeah.
Aya, Douglas Kiplagat. Wewe Larry usicheze na Wakenya. Nilinunua pilo Mathare nikapata iko na matawi ya ndizi. No, Rube is one of the guys here in the studio telling me atuko hivyo sijini wapi Githurai pia. Ati unabai samosa ukifikiria ni nyama unapata ni mahindi.
Imagine.
Githurai
That hurts my
Githurai hata chapati iko na side moja.
Afadhali nikula samosa ya Waru.
Samosa ya Waru.
Huko hata chapo iko na side moja, wewe unasema nini? Githurai.
By the way, Butita umeambiwa, by the way, guys have told you that miwa that you found was a bakora, you must have bought it in Githurai. That's because see a lot of stories. You think you're buying miwa, you're buying bamboo.
Okay. James Ateya, shout out to James Ateya. Vile tuna watch the trend na bei kwa hao.
Well, all right.
Yeah, all right then.
All right then.
Michelle, macho ya Butita.
Ati woye Butita.
Manze mnacheka mgonjwa. Ni sawa tu.
Aki Butita.
Butita wink. Wink. Funga macho moja. Wink.
Butita nakula kwa macho. There's more.
Akiwoye Butita.
Larry msana anaitwaje?
Akiwoye.
Aki, you guys are trying to make memes.
Larry nataka kujua jina yao msee.
Ati nini?
Huyo msee nataka kujua jina yake.
Anaitwa huyo Terence Creative.
Ni sawa. Terence manze.
Asare hizo
ulete kwa TV bana.
Atukiblink mguu moja na nuka. Alan Muli, Akilari, refilio kikombe ya Butita, alichapa sipi ya kwanza akamaliza. Mwanaume anaumia.
Butita, you have no friends.
Butita, bado kuna chai.
Producer niongeze kikombe kingine. Si after break tunaongeza chai.
Aya, Collins Boyo, this is what Shiro Miroki does with Waru.
Na nekuwa.
Shiro, by the way, you look suspect.
That is not the best omena. In fact, they're too few and the soup is too kidogo. There needs to be like 3 more liters of water. Like 12 more potatoes.
Shiro looks like the kind of person
No,
but
but Cindy, we must cast and bind the spirit of doing this to omena. It's not acceptable. We cast and bind it so.
Larry.
It is bad enough that omena is being thrown in some river in Embu. There is no way now you harvest them, then you go to the market to buy warus and carrots. For what? They are not vegetarian. Vegan omena. Everybody got time. Let omena eat what omena is eating. Mixing them with vegetables.
Set the omena free.
Why?
Shiro enda usome kitabu cha Warumi.
Prince Dennis Mwiti.
This is unfair.
Kidogo utasikia Butita ameenda South Africa for eye treatment.
Of course. Kwani unawezaje tibiwa macho Nairobi? I say.
Mtu so has told Butita anakaa indicator venye ana blink.
Macho moja kanduthi.
Guys,
by the kitu imeanza kwa personal kama mwezi start na mimi nikigonjeka na kamjob nikiwa mgonjwa na bado muone your effort.
All right, let's talk about a present-day miracle because this has to be one of them. Felix Otieno stumbled upon an iPhone 6 on the road. It belonged to one Wayne Stella, and he decided to do what the proverbial Good Samaritan would do. He called the owner and returned it. He declined any form of appreciation or compensation from the phone owner, Stella, for the rare gesture. So what Stella did is she shared the act on Facebook. It was an act of kindness, obviously. They touched a lot of Kenyans so much. Then, a second miracle. Otieno started receiving M-Pesa from random strangers. So what's the bigger miracle here? Kutumiwa pesa na strangers ama kurudisha simu?
I don't even know. I live in Kenya, so I'm very confused by this. Like, it has really confused me. First, mtu anakurudishia simu na si any phone, iPhone 6. So someone has returned it. So that's a Kenyan in a million.
Yes.
Then, kwanza, silikuanga January, ama Feb ilikuwa ishaanza.
Na hii ni January, na ilikuwa January.
And people are sending you money.
Imagine.
God is real. God is alive. Hallelujah.
Bado ukifanyanga vitu poa unablessiwanga tu.
Yeah.
Huyo msee labda alifanya from the heart akarudisha.
Kweli.
Yeah.
Ndio maana God anambless. Ma well-wisher wanamtumia tu do, ma stranger yani.
It's wonderful. Cindy.
You'll never know, he'll thank you.
Yes.
A perfect example of tender wema nenda zako.
Exactly.
He didn't want any form of appreciation, but appreciation followed him, which is really great. And like those guys who call and say, niko na simu yako, nitumie hii namba ile ingine haifanyi kazi.
Okay.
You know, that kind of con scheme.
All right, guys, let's talk about...
Niko na simu yako, tuma password.
Let's talk about this. There appears to be something about President Donald Trump that seems to work against some women. Miss World Kenya, Miss Universe, I think, Mary Esther Were, she made it to the top 5 beauties in the Miss Universe beauty pageant, which is a very big deal. But her answer to this question about Donald Trump is going viral for other reasons.
But I feel that once he took up his position, he was able to unify the entire nation.
He was able to unify the whole nation. Shiro.
Did a lot better than I would have.
Yeah.
Cindy is still cringing. Cindy is like, oh Lord, like she's... Cindy is like half her size now. She's curled up into a ball. Like,
okay, Cindy, go for it.
Gosh, Cindy,
go.
This reminds me of Miss Universe again. A couple of years ago, somebody called Yvonne. Was it Yvonne? I forget her name. And she was asked who is her role model, and she said Mariah Carey.
That is your
now Miss Universe top. Do you remember that lady?
Yes.
She said Mariah Carey is her role model. As in, I think, as we look for beauty, brains wouldn't be bad to accompany. Yani, her answer, I was cringing. I'm like, now the world knows that we think, as Kenya, that Donald Trump has united the world.
No, okay. I think I disagree. I think that question really took her aback, and I think it was kind of an unfair question because, first of all, Miss Universe is owned or is affiliated with Donald Trump, right? This is his pageant. And first of all, I need to say I don't know why they gave Steve Harvey his job back after what he did last time.
Because he went to some cows and kissed some
I don't know how he got that job again, but that was kind of an unfair question because I don't know how she would have answered this question truthfully. I don't know how she would have answered it truthfully. You could tell like she was like, hey, this is not, I was not told that this is coming in the exam.
Yeah.
So I think coming from a place where she's taken aback, the world is watching her, I think she recovered pretty well. If she had more time, maybe she should have gathered her thoughts. But I have to say, like when you're thrown into the deep end like that and you know who kind of owns that pageant you're in, it's a very tricky question to answer.
Butita.
Ode mimi naweza sema alijaribu vile anaweza. Juu pia ukiangalia ameplay both sides. Amesema Donald Trump alidivide wase ikianza ati wase wako wanamtaka wote tena ka unify the nation. So alikuwa ana try tu kucheza safe. Ashinde. Lakini mimi kitu inaniwari sana ni vile anajibu swali Larry. Ni education system yetu ama ni nini? Yaani lazima uanze na hiyo swali tena. Donald Trump being elected president ni kama karibu aseme it is the process whereby
I totally feel you, and that's what I'm saying.
That's how we've been taught to answer questions.
And that's what I'm saying. You can fumble.
Define
that's
osmosis.
all right.
You can remember how you're taught to answer questions.
And define osmosis?
It is the process whereby, yani ilikuwa lazima uanze hivyo. Ndio uko na swali unaandika it is the process whereby.
Alan Anusu says Miss Were deserved the title and it was unfair to ask her a controversial question on American politics when she's not American.
Exactly. It was an unfair question.
But aren't you supposed to be all-rounded? Okay, you guys, come on.
Okay, guys, let me say this.
Given the context, it wasn't right.
Okay, she is coming on the show at 10 p.m. Nitamuuliza hizo maswali mko na maoni lakini.
And let me also say,
she
has a lot of composure. Like she slipped, but she recovered.
Excellent.
And then she's gorgeous.
She is very
Damn,
Beauty
girl.
All right.
is a
So
given.
beautiful.
That is true.
That we can't deny. The elections
Anaki
for the
just
new
sign it.
African Union chairperson went down in Addis, Ethiopia on Monday, and Kenyan Foreign Affairs Cabinet Secretary Amina Mohamed lost that closely contested contest to Chad's Musa Faki Mahamat. I know Musa Faki sounds like Mudamaki, yes, but still, the
Sounds
feeling
like
is that
other things.
we could have won if only our Ugandan allies did not pull out of the vote for the competition, an allegation that they have since denied. Real quick, Shiro.
I mean,
I think because I was actually paying close attention to the reactions to the results of this
There were a lot of people celebrating online in
Yeah, and I think the government should pay close attention to the reactions online. The people who are, sad about this, but there's a lot of people who are celebrating this. This should be kind of like a wake-up call to the government, like, why are guys celebrating an international failure by your government?
I have a
Ask
minute to
yourself
go and I
that.
have to get through another story.
Yes.
Cindy.
We are starving, we don't have water, yet you invest a lot of money in a position that we really didn't have to bid for. If she was qualified, which she is, we didn't need all that campaigning, and the money could have gone somewhere else.
Butita.
no comment.
No comment. Good. So, Mrs. Jay-Z, aka the Queen Bey, aka Beyonce, announced her pregnancy
AKA
on the
Hey Girl.
gram that she and Jay-Z are expecting not one but two children. She's done one child, she's not doing that again. The post, which is now the most liked ever on Instagram, has been credited for the ongoing Beyonce challenge. Man, some of the men who've been posting the pictures of the Beyonce challenge are looking more convincingly pregnant than Beyonce herself. Okay, Shiro, control yourself. Control yourself, woman.
No, all I have to say is that Beyonce has made history because she's carrying more children in her womb, more black people in her womb than there are in Trump's cabinet.
But let me just point out though, let me just point out though, this will not be
It's
the
over.
first time that Beyonce has carried two people.
Oh, wow.
We all remember Destiny.
I don't have a
We all
comeback,
remember
Shiro.
Destiny's
I
Child.
don't have a comeback. What you've said, ...
Kabu kameisha.
Alama ya dukuduku.
Butita. Butita.
Tare na Beyonce. Shiru ashasema kitu amesema.
Yeah.
Okay, check out this. The Junior Reverend at Big Things Come in Small Packages. Check out this tweet. Bring this up.
Mimi anti yangu ako na watoto watano na hata chief ajui. Beyonce ana mimba tu ya matwist. Dunia mzima.
Inajua.
I know a lot of grown men who need to do the Beyonce challenge.
Internet
because of the
breaking
pots they are carrying.
Even me can do the Beyonce challenge. She's in her second trimester and I'm not pregnant. And my tumbo is bigger than
A final word on our first story about Ivan's verse has one word for it. Kitandawili. Nasikia ukinunua mayai gidhu, ukifika home ni mbegu ya avocado. Guys, thank you so much, Cindy, to Shiro, and to Butita. At 10 p.m., who's going to be here, guys? Remind me. We have King Kaka and Red Fourth Chorus. We have Le Band. We have Ikena Azuike. Pastor Azuike is going to be Zibizingo. And also coming on at 10 p.m. I'm forgetting somebody, guys. Mary Esther Were, Miss Universe Kenya. See you then, shall we?